Hey guys, so I haven't done one of these for a while, but I just saw this film and I have to review it. This could go on for ages. Oh my god. Oh, Seth Rogen and James Franco's 2014 epic masterpiece, The Interview. I saw this when they were talking about it on the news and shit, like, it was going to be a fucking political nightmare and an international incident that this film was made, because obviously it does depict them killing Kim Jong-un, and he's not someone you want to piss off. So, but I finally got around to actually seeing it, and it's one of the funniest films I've ever seen in my life. It's amazing. Everyone needs to at least see this. You can make up your own opinion, you don't have to like it, but holy shit, like, if you like them in general, and especially their kind of buddy bromance comedy that they can do, oh man, it's so funny from start to finish. There is no boring part in this entire film. Every single scene is fun, because when you can have two actors who sit in a room and the scene literally calls for them to just hang out in a room and it's just them two talking, if they can make that funny and interesting and keep you with it, then it's perfect. And they do. They so do. I've written down a little page of fucking notes and everything because there was so much in this film I wanted to bring up. But let's try not to make it too long. Okay, so the basic premise of The Interview is we've got James Franco playing a guy. He's playing a TV host called Dave Skylark. And Seth Rogen's character is called Aaron Rappaport, if I remember rightly. So yeah, he's basically like his best friend and producer, I think. So they do this TV show that's basically kind of like, it's kind of like a TMZ, it's like the joke news channel. They do stories on like celebrities and what's going on with the celebrities, and they treat it like it's the most epic thing in the world and everyone has to know. And Dave Skylark is one of those quintessential kind of, hey, I'm Dave Skylark kind of characters where he's just up his own arse constantly, and Aaron's just like the best friend who's, a bit nerdy but a bit more realistic and grounded, and he's like, okay, you need to calm down. So yeah, it opens with them doing the whole fucking first 5 minutes is brilliant. It opens with them doing a one-on-one interview with Eminem, and basically Eminem comes out as gay. The whole interview is hilarious because you cut in between Dave Skylark and Eminem. He comes out as gay and about how his lyrics should have told people this years ago. How the hell did no one work out I was gay? I've been saying it in my lyrics for so long. And Dave's kind of just reading the lyrics back as seriously as he can and going, oh, is that a real person? Oh, is this a real guy you know? Oh, wow. And he's just, the reading is brilliant. And then you cut to the room where they're all sitting there monitoring the show and cutting the camera angles and stuff, and they're all going, holy shit, Eminem just said he was gay. This is breaking news. Holy shit, this is amazing. And that whole thing was just epic. It was so funny. So after the show, they find out that Kim Jong-un, he has like two favourite shows of all time, and one of them is Dave Skylark's show. So they freak out and they're like, holy shit, I can't believe it, he's the man of the hour. Everyone's talking about him at the moment and he likes us. So Aaron wants to break away from the partnership because he wants to do political shows and he wants to do more serious, hard-hitting stuff. And then Dave says, well, he likes us so much, maybe they'll let us interview him because no one's going to be able to do that. So if we could do it, we'd get the scoop and we'd be number one in the world. Come on, man, we've got to sort this out. So they basically call Korea and they're like, so would you like to do an interview, Mr. Kim Jong-un? So his secretary or whoever gets back to him and makes him travel to China, makes him travel all the way to China to go to like a mountaintop just to get out of a helicopter and go, he will grant you a 1 hour interview. You will be here on this day. That is all. And then they go, and then he's like, give me some water at least. Give me some water. And they just leave him on a mountaintop for like, he's been travelling for fucking days or weeks or whatever. So he goes back. They get hammered on drugs and booze and whatnot. And then the CIA decide to show up at their house and basically say, look, we heard that you've got this interview. How about you kill him for us while you're there? It's just insane. And there's a whole dick joke that goes on for like about 2 minutes when the hot CIA woman's at the door and James Franco's just going, dude, I don't know what I fucked last night, but God, this is bad. Oh my God, it's so awkward. So yeah, they basically go through a whole plan of how they're going to be able to assassinate President Kim Jong-un. But Dave is just such a douche. He's such an idiot. Like, how can he pull this off? And Aaron's freaking out. So the basic plan is that they're going to be given this little strip of ricin, which is put on kind of like a bit of a band-aid. So it sticks to their hand, they peel the other bit off, and the ricin's on this side. So as long as they don't close the hand, they're fine. But then they basically have to shake Kim Jong-un's hand, and then 12 hours later, the effects will kill him, and they won't be implicated. So, blah, 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 blah. A few weeks later, they finally make the trip. They get off the plane, and there's like a whole Korean band waiting for them, like, hi, how are you? Yeah, doing dancing and stuff. And Dave Scott decides to address the North Korean nation in a North Korean accent, and it's so offensive, but it's so funny. It's so offensive. I think I wrote down something that he actually says to them, because, oh, for God's sake, it's insane. Oh no, I didn't, never mind. But yeah, some of the one-liners in this, I think at one point when Aaron decides that he wants to do political stuff, he said, what did he say? He says, dude, I wanted to cover I wanted to cover the news, not Nicki Minaj's fucking vagina flopping out of the VMAs. Brilliant. So yeah, they go there and they decide that they're going to act all cool and get involved with Kim Jong-un, and then they're going to do whatever they need to do, and they're going to get it over with, shake his hand. But when they get there, everyone's acting proper militant, you know, get in there now, what are you doing, get in there now, American, and all this sort of stuff, and they get really, really freaked out. Dave decided that he didn't like the handbag that he was given to keep the ricin strips in from being detected through the airport, so he changed the bag, which kind of fucked it up, and he put the ricin thing in a strip of, in like a gum pack. So when they get checked, when they go into his palace, one of the guards goes, oh, what is that? It's gum. Takes it out and eats it. And they're freaking out because they're like, holy shit, he just ate the ricin. What the fuck are we going to do? We've fucked the plan up in 5 minutes of being here. All because Dave's an idiot, of course. So they go in, they spend a portion of the movie freaking out about the fact that the dude's going to die, and obviously they're going to be there when that happens, and the poor guy, blah blah. So the CIA decide to airdrop another dose, and they have to go and retrieve it from outside their room. At this point, Seth Rogen's character has to don a load of black. He goes outside and he encounters a tiger, which is fucked up because there's this whole three-way walkie-talkie conversation going, what is that? Holy shit, that's a tiger. It's a fucking tiger, what am I going to do? Just don't do anything, it won't see you. I'm pretty sure it's fucking seen me. And he freaks out, so they drop this little thing. He manages to kill the tiger, as you do. And then he has to, he's almost about to get caught, so he has to conceal the package, which is like a little, to be honest, it's a great big silver dildo shaped thing, okay? So the only thing you can do is stick it in his arse. And they're all just sitting there going, just stick it in your arse, you'll be fine. The woman's going, it's okay, it's only the tip that hurts first, trust me, you're a hero, just do it. So he has to shove it up his arse, and he gets back into the room and they're all good. She gives him 2 strips just in case they fuck up again, but he only tells Dave about 1 just in case he fucks up again. So he gives him the strip, and then they go to bed and stuff. The next day, Kim Jong-un turns up at the room, and oh my god, the guy they got to play Kim Jong-un is amazing. He's so funny. He's literally a starstruck little boy when he meets Dave. He takes Dave out for a day of partying and boozing and drinking and all this sort of stuff, and they talk a lot and whatnot. And then at one point, he shows him his car collection, and he goes, that was a gift from Stalin. And Dave goes, I think you'll find in my country it's pronounced Stallone. Fucking hell. So yeah, they go out and party and shit like that, and Dave takes a massive liking to him. But by the way, when they got there, obviously one of the big political questions sort of surrounding this movie and the man in real life is, why doesn't he feed his people? Why does he spend all his money on nuclear weapons? So when they're driving through the street and they're having a tour of North Korea, there's a grocery store there, and they're like, look at our wonderful grocery store, see, we have an abundance of food. There's like a little fat kid standing in front. He's like, hey little fat kid, hey, see, look, they're not hungry. How stupid can you be? So the entire movie, Aaron's going, look, this is all fake. He's honey dicking you. He's totally honey dicking you. But Dave refuses to see it. So when they spend the day partying and talking about stuff and getting a little bit deep and personal, especially about how much he loves Katy Perry songs, you know, he totally loves him and he doesn't want to kill him anymore. So he decides to fuck up Aaron's attempt to kill him with his second ricin strip. Fucks it all up, no more ricin strips. they're screwed. What are they going to do? They're stuck in North Korea. They're about to do an interview and they've got no way of killing the president because Dave doesn't want to anymore. So we get to the interview. I don't believe there's anything I wrote down. No. But yeah, we do get to the interview. And obviously at this point, Aaron has decided to kind of fall in love, but he's kind of got a rapport with one of the Korean women. I think she's kind of like the second in command or something. She's like the Secretary of Defense or something like that. And so she decides she doesn't like Kim Jong anyway. She wants to bring him down. So they've got like a bond going on. Dave finally gets convinced that there's something wrong and that he's not the man he thinks he is, because he goes back to the grocery store and he finds out it's fake. He just walks in and starts snapping all the fruit. It's like, fake carrot, fake grapefruits. And he freaks out and he can't believe it. And he's like, why? Outside the grocery store. So they do the interview and it's all pre-prepared stuff. And they think Dave is going to fuck it up by not asking the questions that he wants to and just asking the questions that Kim Jong-un wants to. But no, he does. He goes, right, why don't you feed your people? Why don't you do this? Blah, blah, blah. And it all goes well. It looks like they're gonna fuck up Kim Jong-un's reputation, because that is the point. They have to screw up his reputation, not kill him, because if they screw up his reputation, then they can stop anyone from his family from being put in his place, because they won't want them anymore, rather than kill him and have another one just take his place. So he decides to do this by singing a Katy Perry song at him. He starts singing Firework at him, and it makes him cry on screen, and all the people around the world see him cry and they don't think he's a god anymore, because apparently Kim Jong-un, and I don't know if this is actually real, I'm not actually that into politics, but apparently Kim Jong-un does tell his people stuff and they all believe it no matter what it is. And one of the big running jokes in this movie is that Kim Jong-un does not have a butthole. Apparently he doesn't need to pee or do anything else because he doesn't have one. So they managed to get him to cry and shit himself on camera, which tells everyone he's not a god, and ruins him, which is just the funniest fucking thing ever. It's just insane. That I'm not surprised they wanted to burn this. I'm not surprised Kim Jong-un was pissed off at this movie. So yeah, then we have a whole climax at the end, and there's a wonderful kind of Star Trek homage where he just kind of Kim Jong-un looks at the sky and just goes, Skylark! And I was like, oh, that's brilliant. And then we've got another one where he goes, Kim! So they basically take a tank and escape the compound and just, you know, try and get out of the country safely, because they've fucked it all up and now they need to go and, you know, get out. And Kim Jong-un goes after them in a helicopter and decides that he's going to blow them up. But they have a tank, people, and they pretty much get there first. And I don't think that's a massive spoiler, because the whole point of the backlash of the movie was the fact that they showed him being killed. But yeah, they shoot a tank with a really nice acoustic version of Katy Perry's Firework going on in the background. It's actually quite poetic. I liked it. But yeah, there's so many things I didn't talk about. There's a lot of explosions, there's a lot of blood, there's some sex in this, but yeah, there's a lot of blood and stuff. People get their fingers bitten off. The guy dies from ricin, that's gross. People get shot. I mean, it's got everything. It's got so much humour, it's got all that other stuff, and you really should give it a watch. And I don't care what anyone says, I don't care if it's like people are trying to find things in this movie that aren't there. Just give it a watch, because it's fucking funny as hell. Okay, I think I've talked long enough, so I'm going to go now. But yeah, I'm so happy I saw this film. Okay, I'll see you later, guys. Bye.